Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Max Capacity Show. This is a show where we talk about all kinds of topics. We discuss them, we debate them. If this is your first time listening, we usually have four topics and release them on YouTube, one topic, one day at a time until Friday, where we post the entire video and audio on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. With me today is Dean.
Hello, everyone.
How's it going?
It's going very well.
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
We missed last week.
Yeah, I know that's my
Sadly.
bad. Sorry.
Yeah, sadly. We were supposed to do it on Sunday, but that didn't
We
happen.
were supposed to do it Saturday, and
Was
then
it Saturday?
Saturday went by, and Sunday I was like, "Holy shit, I forgot." And I had some assignments and shit to work on Sunday.
I had a busy week too.
We had to have a debate at school. It was the most retarded thing ever.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
And rounding out the trio is Sunny.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
It's going, man. It's going. We had really nice weather today, so I'm really happy. Starting to
So
kind of
good.
a little preview of summer. So yeah,
Summer's
it's so
coming.
nice. Oh,
It's
but
coming.
can't wait.
It is. It was actually really nice here too today, surprisingly.
I'm pretty sure I got a snap from Devon or something, or Gurge or something like that, and it was like snowing not too long ago.
Oh yeah,
We
that
had
was.
snow this week sometime. It melted by like 10 a.m., but you wake up, you look outside, you're just like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand.
Global warming.
Prince George weather's always fucked up. Though. Your
It
guys'
is.
weather is always
It's
messed up.
bipolar, man. It'll be
Yeah.
like it was like t-shirt and short weather the one day, and like 3 days later it was like white outside. You're like, what's happening?
Here it was in the morning. It was really sunny but cold. But as the day progressed, it got
Warmed
to
up.
like 9, 10 degrees. It was like, yeah, this is.
I think it got up to like 13 or like 12 or 13 today, which was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That's
really
what I saw.
Our my backyard in front had no snow anymore, so that's a plus.
I've been talked to my parents a couple of days ago and asked them if there's any snow. They're like, the snow's starting to melt. It's only on like lawns and shit now.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's anything on the roads.
Mine's like done, but my house is like nice. It like gets the sun when it's warm, and when it doesn't get sun, obviously it's like nighttime, so like mine melts really fast. Obviously it's night at that point. But
Obviously, that's how the day-night cycle works, man.
shit, that's news to me.
You guys have night? What? That's crazy, man. Vancouver, it's just sunny days all the
we get
time.
blackness here. It goes black.
Dude, sometimes we don't see the sun for like 6 days.
I know. Actually, I was talking to a dude from Kelowna the other day, and he was telling me that Kelowna apparently is the worst place for winter because they don't get like sun. He's just like he said it's like a fog, like a smog for the entire like winter until like now. He said the sun just like doesn't come.
It kind of sounds like San Francisco, because that's what it is in the morning. It's just smog. It's just like fog. That's all it
Yeah.
is, but only for the morning. And then as the day goes, it dissipates. And
Yeah, I don't know. This guy said it's super depressing to live in Kelowna during the winter. So
that most people go there just for the summer.
yeah,
A lot of people have summer homes there, so makes
Yeah.
sense.
that place is getting expensive though.
Everywhere, man.
It's expensive. Like
It'll hit Prince George soon enough.
woohoo!
It's already expensive in PG, man. New houses are like $600,000-700,000, or maybe not seven, but I saw one for like $550 or something. That's like
Yeah.
That sounds
It's pretty-
it's-
Like brand
getting
new
pretty up
homes.
there, man.
especially
Yeah.
University Heights. Yeah, that
Yeah.
place is
But those
getting.
houses are like 4,000 square feet, and they all have like basement suites, so you have an income right away too. Which is
They-
Wait till there's no place to build a house. Then the fucking thing's gonna start skyrocketing.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's when it gets really crazy.
They're gonna start building outside the bowl
Well,
into
that's
like
the thing,
where.
like the whole university like strip now to get up there. That's all like homes now.
Yeah.
So they've already gone to like the last available like really nice place in town. Pretty soon they're just gonna start buying houses like in Vancouver just for the lot, taking the house down, and rebuilding. Right?
That's what they do here. Yeah.
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 A
Exactly.
little bit,
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
That's what they're gonna do in Prince George.
Yeah, actually, my brother went to school with a guy, and his dad had a house kind of like I guess by like UBC area, like it's old, the older small homes.
Yeah.
And he sold it for like he bought it in like when he moved to Vancouver like in the '60s or whatever for I don't know X amount of money. He sold it for like $2 million, and the guy bulldozed it in like the first week he had it.
That's especially heart-wrenching. Like just like, oh my god, my house.
40 years in that house, someone owns it for a week, and they tear that sucker down.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
No-
it's like,
no-
oh, my heart, but then it's just like, but my bank account.
Yeah. Well,
Looking
think
pretty
about it. If that
good.
person takes that money and moves to a place like here, you buy like you said, a new $500,000 home, and you got $500,000 in the bank, like you're set, right?
More than that, if he was here in the '60s or something, that house probably cost him less than $100,000.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
That's crazy. Eh?
For anybody that's listening, they probably have no idea what the fuck is happening.
So today on the Economic Channel, we're talking about Vancouver's housing market. We totally lie to these people, just like, oh, we talk about a lot of fun topics. So interest rates are up. No, just like,
Honey dick them.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a great word. I love the word honey dickin. I like it.
all right, let's get to our first topic. Dean, you're going up first.
Sure. My topic today is should collegiate athletes. I guess this more pertains to the states. I more than Canada. I don't know.
It's their thing is more center stage than anybody else.
Yeah. Okay. So should collegiate athletes be compensated past tuition? So more than just like tuition.
So should their school be paid for?
Not just that. Should they
no,
actually
no.
like earn an income for
Ah,
competing? Because if you ever actually look at a lot of like collegiate athletes, I mean, you can even say that in Canada, but obviously in the States they have more people. But everything that I've been reading, basically, they're forced into like certain programs that are easier, and lots like the John Oliver bit where they showed all the languages that they had to take, like
yeah,
Swahili and stuff like that. And you
yeah.
really look at the schedule they have. It's like wake up in the morning, go to the weight room, sneak in a couple classes. You have practice. You have to go to the weight room again. And some of those people have jobs because they can't afford anything past what's given to them. Like tuition, and I don't even think a lot of the schools pay for you to live. So a lot of these people, on top of practice, homework, class, they have like a part-time job till like 1, 2 in the morning. I was reading an article. A guy said he didn't even have enough money at the gas station to fill his car up to drive back to the school. And he was on, I can't remember what school it was, but like one of the prestige schools, and he was on the basketball team. So like that's kind
It
of
must
screwed
suck
up.
to be on a prestigious school. Like if you're on like something like Little Rock. I only heard about that school today because I was watching the March Madness thing. And if you're in that school, it's probably not that bad. But if you go to like
If you're
Duke,
Duke and stuff, yeah,
UNC, Yale, or something like that, then you'd be fucked,
yeah.
right? Because that'd be really expensive just to go to that school.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is just like, I don't know, welcome to the real world, bitch. Like, it's just like, I mean, it's not like if they're actually really good, like, it's one of those things where they need to know what they're gonna, like, what entails of being a student athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like their reward is like it's not like it's like a chore to them. Like they like playing basketball or hockey. Like to them, it's fun, right? But the reward of the hard work is like, yeah, okay, well, they could get a degree or whatever. Or if they're actually like really good, not just a bench warmer, I mean, they have a chance to make it to the pros, right? So,
No,
I
for
mean,
sure.
should they get paid for it?
I think you have to draw a line somewhere. So like you're halfway right where they can pay for the tuition if they're on the top
Scholarship
tier
and
team.
shit.
Yeah, the top tier team for their school. So what is it like triple? Is it triple A? Is triple A division is the NCAA division like the actual where they go for March Madness and stuff like
I
that?
think I think it's AAA. I
Yeah,
think you're right.
I think they should pay for the tuition, but actually paying them, I don't think so. I don't think they should actually get paid.
You don't think they should at least make like
Just
not like welfare wage, just something like
giving them tuition, I think, is good enough. You're paying for
Yeah, because
school.
that's in schools like a huge burden, man. Like
Yeah,
the tuition part, like it's so much money.
we
So for
think
them to
our
get a break on that is like huge.
yeah
wasn't
we
it like
think our
40
tuition
grand
is.
a year
It
on
depends on what
average?
school. Yeah, like if you're in an Ivy League school, it's like 40 grand a year. So like you're looking like our school is nothing, right? We don't spend that much in school.
What's our school like 5 grand a year max maybe, plus books.
Uh,
Tuition?
tuition's probably like 8,
Wait, no.
maybe 9. Like if
Yeah.
you take 5 classes plus
Like
books, four
to get a
classes.
to get a degree here at like UBC, SFU, Quantum, whatever it is, it's roughly $100,000. It's gonna cost you
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true.
4 years, right?
Must be
So
cheaper.
At
UNBC must be way cheaper.
UMBC, it probably cost me, I want to say probably 38, maybe 35,000 to get my entire degree. So it wasn't that bad. Like if you put in 5,000 per semester, plus books, like everything included,
Yeah,
and that's 10,000 per year,
I guess.
right?
Yeah,
4 years,
man.
but almost 40,000,
I think I spent. Actually, I think I spent 7. I didn't buy any books this year though.
right? So, but still, like it's nothing compared to the United States.
Yeah, yeah. That's like our 4 years is a first year for them, right?
Yeah, or it's probably 2 years for them, depending on what school you go to.
That's true. But yeah, I don't know. I
I
just
think
thought it
I
was
think tuition should be paid for because
their
that's
It
tuition is
is
paid
though.
for though, isn't it? Like
is
that's
They
it?
get
important.
scholarships, right? So scholarships pay for X amount, right? So if they get like a full ride scholarship through uni, then yeah, they don't have to pay any tuition, but they still have to pay for like, cost of living and all that shit. But then that's the part where I'm just like, well, welcome to the real fucking world, right? Like, no, students that don't have scholarships, they have to go pay for their tuition and shit. Plus, they have to pay for his cost of living and living, just
Yeah.
like to go out and party or whatever the hell they want to do, right? So it's just like the biggest chunk of that though is the schooling, is the tuition, right? Like there's so many dumb like it's like, oh, you got to pay for tuition, then there's like class fees and like blah 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 all that shit. They don't have to worry about that, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. I think more of the point is just if you look at like the schedule that they have on top of just like school, it almost seems like from what I've seen and read, and I watched a few videos today. A lot of people are saying like it's almost impossible to fit in a job in order to pay for those other things because of their like team duties, like the thing that got them their scholarship. Like
yeah,
some of them say like the only day off they had that they didn't have training or practice was like a Saturday, and they're like, I can't work that Saturday because I haven't done any schoolwork this whole week because I only had enough time to go to class in between practice and game, and so I mean like from that aspect, that's kind of where I'm saying like should they get a little bit of money, or at that point is everyone fine to just be like we paid for your school, figure it out. Like if you have to get a loan for just that, you're still getting free school.
yeah, exactly. I think they should just be like if just get a fucking loan then, right? Like everyone's got student debts, man. You got doctors that are like $300,000-400,000 in debt and shit when they start or straight out of school, and they're doing something a lot more productive than fucking scoring goals or baskets, right? So, like, if anything, it should be like, yeah, the people that want to be doctors and shit should get more of a break than fucking athletes. Like, athletes are way overpaid. Like, it's like cool, yeah, they got natural abilities and we like watching them, but they get paid way too fucking much, millions and millions of
Yeah.
dollars. Like football, high school football is in the states is fucking insane. It's like more people watch that than NHL, which is like
Yeah.
Well,
fucking
more
No,
insane.
no,
people watch the
college,
Super
college
Bowl
foot.
than will vote for the next president.
Yeah,
Oh god.
Like,
yeah.
isn't that insane when you like actually think about it for like 2 seconds? Like, your point is exactly right because like you have a person going to school for what is it to be a doctor? 8 years?
It depends. Like, it really depends because my buddy he got his degree at UBC,
Yeah.
sciences degree, and then he's in Budapest now doing his doing for dentistry, but it's like the same shit, right?
It
And I
takes.
think it's like 5 years there, 4 or 5 years there. So
On top of what he
altogether,
did now already.
it's like nine
Yeah,
years,
yeah,
right?
it's about
But
9 years.
there's some people that though they didn't get their degrees. He was telling me they're like from I forget what Scandinavian country it was. I think it was Norway. I think it was. Anyways, their government. So if you're gonna become a doctor or a dentist or anything like that, they pay for half your schooling, which is fucking insane. Like he had to take out like a $300,000 loan
like,
to go,
he's
right?
deep in debt.
But for their government pays for half of it. Plus Norway, um, their I forget what it was like with inflation and all that shit. But their like cost of living is not as bad as ours, and they make a lot more too, right? Just on average. So for them, and they go to school in Budapest, and Budapest is just like dirt cheap. So for them, it's just like awesome. Like the government pays for half. It's not that much because I think they use I don't know if they use the euro, but anyways, even if we went there, like to go back to you, like when you said your buddy's dad sold his house, or whatever, and he had like a million and a half, 1.5 mil, he could live in Budapest and be like a fucking king. Like he could have a huge
Have
house.
people serving him grapes while he's laying on the couch. That'd be sweet.
I mean, this is not
That happens in
relevant,
India.
but it fucking a tall boy of beer here for like Heineken or something is probably like $4 or $5 or something like that. There is 50 fucking cents.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
But you
well,
might get jacked
man.
up on the
I was like,
street,
what
though.
the fuck is this shit?
You're walking down the street to your car and someone just jacks you up real bad. That's the.
I was
There's your
I,
50-cent beer.
No, it wasn't that bad.
No?
Like I live, not live, but I was there. Like we went and did a Euro trip last year, four of us, including my buddy in Budapest, and we basically lived in Budapest for like 5 nights, 6 nights, and he was staying at his, like the girl that he's seeing or whatever there, and he let us stay at his house. So we like went shopping, grocery shopping, and we did all that shit, and it was like. I mean, it was fine. I'm sure there's greasy parts of Budapest where it's like you
Every
just don't
place has
even want to
that.
go down there, but
You guys can go like down to East Hastings,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
I actually
exactly.
anyways, to finish the point, you're right. Like the fact that an athlete gets paid like 10 times what a doctor gets paid to put a ball through a hoop or pass a ball down the field is insane, and it's just an entertainment aspect. That's all it is. Right?
As you're well, as we're saying now, like your school is paid for, right? Getting a student loan shouldn't be that expensive.
And I think, you know what, though? Another thing that we need to take into account here is that if you're going to be a doctor or a dentist and you go to school for that, there's guaranteed a job waiting for you because we're
Yeah.
short. But if you're going to be a student athlete, it's not. I mean, probably what I don't know, 95 or 95. I don't know where this number.
I'm guessing like
but a
10%.
majority,
Yeah.
majority of them aren't going to get drafted, right? Like
Yeah.
95 or
Probably
99.
like 2% make it, if that.
Exactly.
Really
So
boil it
it's
down,
like.
right?
Like there's a really good player on Ohio State named Aaron Kraft,
Mm-hmm.
right? That guy's never gonna make the NBA. Like he's good, but he's not that good. So like after he's done, like what is he gonna do? Like whatever his degree is, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
But
like that's
like I said, they need to know going into it, right? Like
yeah.
they
You when you go into school, you kind of have to know what you're gonna do, and make sure you have a plan coming out of it. Right?
Exactly. So if you're going there and you're like, you barely made the team and you're on the bench half the game, and you play off the bench and you're barely even playing as is,
Yeah.
and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna get a fucking communications degree, but I'm gonna make the NBA. It's like, I don't know if that's the best plan there, buddy.
That's
Right?
exactly what John
Make it
Scott
really
said during
fast.
the All-Star game. There was an interview I watched, and he said he remembers being on the bus going to like Alaska or something, and he was in the back of the bus, and he's just like he was studying for like a thermodynamics test because I think he's a mechanical engineer or something, right? Or anyways, he got some.
But that's a good drop to fall back on.
No, but that was his thing. He was like, when he played college hockey or university hockey, he was like, I realized I'm not going to make the NHL, and I need to use this free, university college to my benefit. So he was like, everyone was up at the front watching movies, and I was in the back studying for like a thermodynamics degree. That's what 90% of those people should be focusing on, because
Yeah.
realistically, you're not going to make it. So you need to have something to fall back on. But how many people, probably do that?
Yeah,
10% of the students.
10% probably make the NBA, maybe if they're
Maybe.
lucky.
I'm saying
Yeah.
10% probably even use their free schooling to their benefit. Most of them probably
Yeah.
leave and their degree is pointless.
But I think after like the first 2 years, you kind of should know where you're going with your life. I think you should know like, are you gonna make the NBA or not? Are you gonna
You should know that the moment you step foot on
the
college.
court?
Because if you're going to make the NBA, you're going to be, everyone's going to be throwing fucking endorsements at you and everything. But
You know,
what I mean?
one thing
Like,
they could possibly do. One thing they could possibly do is merchandise sales. So, I mean, I don't want to say personalized jerseys because it's just like obviously the top players are only going to make money then. But like you could cut them in on the merchandise sales, right? I'm sure they make a shitload on merchandise sales. Like everyone has a fucking T-shirt of their school,
Yeah.
right, for the game. So
Yeah.
maybe they could like say, you know what, we'll give you a cut of the merchandise sales that's when people come to the game.
that'd be
Maybe
a lot
something
of money,
like that.
though, man. Those places make so much money off their
But
their
not
sports teams.
concession sales, not concession sales.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm saying just
merch
like
is a lot though. Like if you look at like if you go to a game, NFL game, like we're just looking at basketball right now, but like if you go to the NFL college game,
no, not NFL.
Because, like, even-
it can't,
but-
there's no such thing as an NFL.
oh no, NFL, sorry. That does
Well,
not
an NFL
exist.
college game.
Harv's like, I'm at the school of Denver Broncos.
Put the wine down, Harv. Fucking NFL college.
Are we talking about Deflategate?
Well, what I was saying though, like I'm saying for like I don't know how much money. I'm sure it's a lot, but like because like there's like thousands of students watching. They all have some sort of
It's not
fucking
even students though. There's
you know.
you go
It's
to
fans too. I
it's
think, right?
fans, you go to like parents and stuff like that. You go to like my brother sent me a picture of him at a college game in Kansas University. That thing was packed to the tits. So many fucking people.
And they're all wearing the school color.
Yeah, all wearing purple. Every single person there. And it's mostly jerseys, right? Just the jerseys of the school.
E-
That is crazy amount of money.
Exactly.
But I don't think the school even wants like that's revenue for the school. The school would never ever.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, they're probably making like
But
hundreds of millions of dollars.
exactly. So like, what kind of greedy fucks? Like, all I'm saying is like, if you're really like, if they were to say, you know what, we understand, it's very hard for them, and we're trying to figure. If they're ever said that, like, we're trying to figure a way to help the students more, I'd be like, well, what's 1% of that? A
Yeah.
shitload of money, right? Or at least be like, yeah, we can give them enough to pay for like or $200-300 a week per player. That's fucking nothing compared to what
Yeah.
they're probably making in
Yeah.
sales, right? Like it's a sliver of the amount. So
It's funny, like yeah, you
if
got
they
you got
really wanted to, they could. But I think at the same time, they're gonna just say like, well, it's a competitive thing, right? Like the best of the best make it, and the best of the best will figure a way to do it, right? So
Yeah, they're probably at the end of the day giving those kids like, you know what, if you don't like it, someone's waiting on the sideline, man. They'll take
exactly,
your spot, right?
they'll be like, I don't give a fuck if I get paid. I'll
but you
play.
also have to know you also have to see like all the players that are on the team expect try to make the NBA. They try to do it because you only the best go on the team,
I'm
right?
pretty
If you're
sure
going to
there's
AAA, if you're going all these like top tier teams, you're trying to expect it to be hard,
yeah, but not really though, because like I
unless
mean,
you're on the bench all the time.
yeah, like for hockey, you play even if you're like shitty,
Yeah.
but you don't get that much time playing, right? Like people know where they're at, right? There's obviously those one-offs that like shine bright in their like senior year or something
Well,
like that,
look at
right?
this. Does anyone know last year someone who got drafted that played college hockey other than Jack Eichel? I don't.
I don't.
He overshadowed an entire country's
I-
collegiate
Well,
hockey division.
there's a lot of people that get drafted from college because the whole thing is they might go like the fucking fourth round, but I don't fucking know those people. And then
Exactly.
you know like people like Datsuk, like I don't, he didn't get drafted. This is like kind of off topic, but he didn't get drafted till like I think it was like
Seventh
two
round, I
hundred,
think.
yeah, 200 or 300th overall,
Yeah.
and he's one of the
Zetterberg was the same
biggest.
way.
Yeah, and he's one of the biggest stars, right? So I think hockey's a little bit different because Alex Burrows never got drafted, but he worked his ass off, and now he's in the NHL, right?
The thing about basketball is that you get overshadowed too quickly in basketball. You have players that dominate the league, and you can't have another player that comes
You
in
have
there.
Tim
You
Duncan who's
only
played 18 years at like the top. Like,
yeah, but you only have. It's very seldom do you ever have a player that comes out of nowhere. Like Jeremy Lin might be one of those players.
Yeah.
He came out of nowhere for a year. Like what?
yeah.
Yeah.
But like you don't see that. But in the NHL, you see that all the time. You see these players that come out of nowhere, like Hurdle, right?
And there's other sources for them to get
Yeah. They can
KHL, like all the
Exactly.
Euro leagues and shit, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I mean, it's a little bit different, but anyways, to answer the question, the final answer for me is no, they should not get paid
I
because
was gonna wrap this up too.
especially because like one experience, their experiences like to be on like a team like that or going through the experience that they go through, not like a majority of the people don't get to experience that. Two, they have the opportunity to like make it big, and three, they're getting paid. There's the biggest cost is schooling, and they're getting that paid for. So
Yeah.
I'm saying no.
Yeah. What about you, Dean?
Uh,
You still seem to be on the fence.
I kind of am on the fence because like I'm seeing both sides. Like, yeah, you get your school paid for, but you also got that because you have a certain talent that a lot of other people didn't have. But then, you know, if you're saving $40,000 a year, what's a $30,000 loan over 3 years? You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm still on the fence, man. I feel like in some situations, yeah.
But no one's
But-
forcing them.
That's
Right.
the thing is like if they're really gonna bitch and complain about it that much, there's like I said, there's
Just-
someone waiting behind them to take that spot.
Exactly. So it's not like they're getting forced to do it. Like
That
it's just
competitive
like
nature, man.
yeah. Well, that's the whole thing, right? It's like it's one of those things. Like it's your decision. If you get like hey, you made the team, you're on the team. It's your decision. You can be like, you know what, fuck this. It's not worth it. I don't think I'm gonna get anything out of this except for the experience. And it's like I said, it's being on a team like that. It's invaluable, like the lessons that you learn, just like in the experiences you go through. But if you're all worried about like, well, I don't have enough time to balance like the rest of my life, then fucking you're off the team, right? Like just go do.
You're off the team.
I'm saying,
that was
I'm
our
saying,
motto for like 2 weeks.
I'm saying like get off the team, like like obviously LeBron James and feel like they know they're gonna like I'm gonna make it, right?
Those guys
Most
came
likely.
straight out of high school.
Well, I should say LeBron James, but anyone that got drafted from college,
Yeah, like Andrew Wiggins and stuff.
yeah, exactly. Like to them, it's like they're hyped like crazy. Like they're making Sports Illustrated magazine covers without even being in the NBA. Shit like that's like okay, fine. Like you can balance your fucking communications degree, whatever dumb shit
Well,
they're
wasn't
going
it
for.
last year that guy was? Okay, Andrew Wiggins got drafted last year or the year before? Is this his second year?
This is his second year, yes.
Okay, so was it last year the draft that he got drafted in? That guy was supposed to go like second or third overall, but in the screening they found he had like a degenerative heart disease. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
I think the Knicks were gonna draft him or something, and his heart was screwed up. So he.
Sonny,
couldn't
what are
get
you
drafted.
doing?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I'm grabbing my other drink.
Oh, yes. You're like in the camera.
How many
Tell
drinks
me
do you have?
more.
Anyways, that guy got screwed, and like he was the whole time he's in college, he was gonna get drafted, and like a week before the draft, they found out he got screwed. So he might have just threw his whole college thing away, being like, "I'm gonna make the NBA," and he got shafted at the draft.
Yeah, that's why that's why you should, get a degree that's worthwhile if you're gonna be in college or university for 4 years,
Oh, he's got to do better.
All right, I think you should go on the next topic. 'Cause,
Yeah.
we beat this one to death, I'd say.
We found a dead horse, and we just beat the shit out of it.
even though Dean's still on the fence, but
Yeah, you know what?
no
Just
answer
stay
for
on
me.
Come back to us in a couple of weeks, and we'll talk again.
I think
We
I'm gonna
probably
need to
won't.
be drafted to a college, paid for, need to experience it, and then I'll give you my decision. Give me 4 years.
It's gonna be for- Personally, I don't think they should get paid for. When they get into it, they should know what the consequence is. Money is not going to be that an issue because the biggest expense that comes into school is the tuition. So